You know, sometimes I always sit there and think about nostalgia. I think nostalgia is just, might arguably be one of the greatest things in our lifetime. It's also one of the worst things in our lifetime. And why do I think of nostalgia when I'm making this video? And that's because of live actions. When I think of live action movies, I'm not thinking too deeply about it, but lately they're everywhere. And I'm talking about mostly Disney live actions. I think the ploy of seeing a live action Snow White, live action Lilo and Stitch, a live action Moana, and also I think Moana came out like 8 years ago, and now we're getting a live action How to Train Your Dragon. It makes me almost sad to think about this. It's more, I mean, when I think about this, I always tell people, I'm like, yeah, it's just corporate greed, but like, it's always been corporate greed. Whatever makes the money, they're gonna try and make it, you know? Like, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Look at what they're doing for HBO. They're making more Harry Potter shows because it's gonna make them money. So I respect in that aspect, especially because the Lion King live action, Beauty and the Beast, The Jungle Book all made like $1 billion. I think the Lion King almost made $2 billion. So it kind of makes sense why they're doing live action movies of these, because you can see dollar signs. It's kind of losing the spark. Me as a younger millennial, I remember as a kid watching all these great Disney movies, seeing the Disney magic, never really thinking about, oh man, Disney stripped away the magic. It's never gonna leave. It's never ever going to. And now as an adult, I see what Disney has become, and I think there is no magic. And I think that's why a lot of people have issues with these Disney live action movies, because they're soulless. Especially when you see the dwarves from Snow White. Oh my gosh, talk about a horror movie. I thought we were watching a kids movie, not a horror movie. But besides that, it's really sad that we are in an era where we are seeing live action remakes of movies that we loved, because they know it's going to tug on our nostalgia. Our little rose tinted glasses are going to be on, and that's all we're going to be thinking while we watch these movies. It just makes me sad thinking about it. And my other question is, why do we need these? So The Little Mermaid didn't do very well, and now, you know, we're getting Snow White next year, which that's definitely not going to do well. I'm wondering, when will it stop? It just makes me sad to think about it, because it's like these companies that we once loved. Like, I used to love Disney as a kid. Some of my favorite movies of all time is from Disney movies. And now it's like these movies are all stripped away and are not what they were anymore. These live action movies stripped away the beauty of these shows, and now they are showing us the beast of them instead. I just sit there and think about that kind of stuff a lot, because Moana came out, I think like 8 years ago was Moana, and then we just got Moana 2, and now we're getting a live action Moana. It's just sad, honestly, more than anything else. I think personally that we're seeing all these live action movies, but we're not getting any more animated shows and movies that I would love to have like future generations to watch, like my children could watch. Instead, I have to show my children the shows I grew up with. And the other problem is like, kids are gonna see these live action ones and think these are the original ones. And it's just really sad to think about those reality. And I'm not looking forward to it. And then they are changing things from the original movies to now. And it's just like, why? Like, these live action movies are not the same. They are a corpse of what was once really good. I just struggle with trying to understand this logic with these live actions, especially because these live actions cost like $500 million. I'm like, where is this going? Like, why are you spending so much money on this? I just don't know where to go besides just, I guess, complaining on the internet about why are we making so many live actions. And like, same thing with How to Train Your Dragon. My other thought is too, when we're making live action movies, if you don't have any ideas, you could also, there's just so much source material of other books that have never been adapted yet. There's other cultures that we just never adapted yet that could easily become a Disney film, but we're not doing it. Instead, we're like, you know what will make us a quick buck? Let's remake The Lion King. That will make us a quick dollar. And boom, that's what happens. Instead of doing other stories, like there is a really popular children's book series called Red Wall. It's about mice. It's like, why don't you just make that into a movie? And there's like 19 of those books. You could literally make a trilogy of them, or a franchise of just Red Wall alone, but it's like they don't do it. Same thing as with like Ronald Dolphy. They only did BFG, but there's so much more they can do from just him alone. And I just don't understand why we don't do that instead of just keep making remakes of things that I guess we know that could make money, but it looks like it's getting further and further away from that of actually making money. So to me, I don't know why they don't do it. I'm not like a Disney adult. I'm not one of those guys that's like obsessed with Disney. I rewatched some Disney movies a couple of times, like some of my favorites, and I just feel like that Disney magic. And when I watch a live action movie, it's not there. So it just makes me really sad when I don't see that Disney magic that I once saw, and now it's just a corpse of what it once was. So it just really burns me out seeing these live actions, and I'm like, it's not the same that it used to be, and I think it's just a sad reality that we are living in. Thanks everyone for watching this video of me trying to be depressed, I guess, talking about live action Disney movies. But if you guys made it to the end, I do appreciate it. Check out the rest of my videos that I am making. I am trying to make weekly videos of movies, shows, anime, just whatever. Anything that's media related, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to try and talk about it. I just want to talk about the live action movies, and of course, I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, everyone.